I'm Klay Klemic from Rising K Ranch. I'm going to show you how we'll want to use our reins, especially if you're a beginner rider out here. This will be a very basic introduction to using the reins right here. It's your steering wheel as you ride. Now later on, not only are your reins a steering wheel, but your feet will also be steering your horse. We'll have a few videos about that. And even the way you sit, where you look, everything in a way is a steering wheel. But for day one, maybe the first week of riding, this is pretty well going to be your steering wheel. Now your horse is going to neck rein, so for the most part you can hold on to your reins in one hand. So if you have split reins here at the beginning, if they're split reins, then they'll probably be tied in a knot for you. And you can just let that hang and you'll just hold on to it this way here. And that's called, well, it's called Rommel style. These aren't really Rommel reins, but that's the way you'll hold them. It's just thumb up, just like that. And there's your left. Okay. And then here's your right. Just move your hand the way you want to go. Now, when we start off and you first get on your horse, we're going to have you learning how to ride for a minute. So we'll probably have you hang on to a rein in each hand. Okay, so what you'll want to do, I'm going to come right up here. You don't want to hold on to your reins like this. You're not a plowboy, okay? You're going to have your reins will be this way, your hand that way. Alright, not like this, like this. You can just hang on to the slack and the left rein. You can hang on to the right rein. So this will be called direct reining. When you have a rein in each hand, you're pulling directly on the bit. So you want to be as light with your hands, as light on their mouth as you can, but as hard of a pull as you need to get the job done. Now with this horse, it's not a very hard pull at all. I can just pull right over here to the left and my horse goes left. I can pull right and she just goes right, pretty easy. Sometimes though, you might have a horse that's a little more stubborn, especially the ones that we have a lot of little kids riding. Sometimes the horse learns to take advantage of the rider and you might have to pull them a little harder for a minute. Once they learn to respect you just a bit, then it'll be a lot easier to ride them. So usually in the round pen at the beginning, we have you ride a rein in each hand. There's your right turn, there's your left turn, and then to stop, you just pull on both. Once we go out on the trail, you'll switch back to one hand because we'll be able to follow each other a little more and the horse won't be having to rely on you so much. The horse will follow the one in front. Now obviously if you break off from the group or you want to do something special that the rest of the group doesn't, then you'll probably go back to direct reining. But for the most part, you can just relax and neck reining, which is this, because instead of the bit, they're a direct rein. Instead of that, they're feeling the reins right here on their neck, and that's the cue to turn. Okay, so that's why it's called neck reining. That's how you'll ride out on the trail for the most part, just relaxed, loose rein, neck reining. Now, probably the most important part, as far as just any trail ride you ever go on, is right here. When you start riding, most people have a tendency to keep the reins real loose, which is good, but when you go to stop your horse, you really don't have anything there. So when your horse takes off, you end up just unable to slow your horse down because they can't even feel when you pull because of how long your reins are. So what you'll want to be able to do is just let go of this saddle horn. It's not the horn of your salvation. You're going to let go of that saddle horn, grab the rein here and slide your hand down. And now when you pull, your horse will feel it and they'll stop and they'll back up if you keep pulling. We don't really have any horses that will put you on that won't stop if they feel it. Alright, if your horse is not stopping when you pull on the rein, it's because they're so long that you're having to do this and they can't feel you. forward to riding with you and showing you some of this in person.